What's going on? Welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. We're in this shit about to break down UFC 297, which was a banger. UFC Canada, first pay-per-view of the year up north in Canada. It was a good one. Go down, like, and subscribe. Let us know what you thought of UFC 297. If you were a DDP fan, if you were a Sean Strickland fan, we want to hear it all. I'm Paul. Pick 'em, win 'em, and I'm joined with.
Hey man, you already know it's that boy, Kev Waterboy Savoy, aka the 3 Street Fight Enthusiast, and the motherfucker that is going to follow the pact. What do we call it? Well, we got to call it the name of the pact that we made. Because remember, I told you I would stop screaming the word robbery every time I didn't agree with a judge's decision. But Paul, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, it was a decent card. I watched 2 fights because I was like, I'm not going to allow this card to fuck up that. Cause I'd be watching I'm like, ooh, decision. Well, I'm glad I'm not tuning in yet. Ooh, another decision. Ooh, still not tuning in. Nope, no energy, no crowd, like straight. So how'd you feel about the card all in all?
All in all, it was pretty good. I I feel like I can't say it enough, but like UFC and Dana White both don't fuck with Canada. So like a lot of people that were picking like here's a Canadian parlay, let's pick pick these Canadian fighters fighting in their home crowd. Like I'm usually one of the first people that's screaming like put like oh like back the fighters that are fighting in front of their home. Like UFC's putting them on here for a reason. Like I didn't say that at all for UFC 297. It was for a reason. Like Canada, the UFC does not fuck with Canada.
I mean, I think that Canadians just they kind of got just sauced. It happens because like the UFC doesn't fuck with Canada because they do be trying to give them boys some shitty ass main events. Like, but they saying this was the highest gate in Canada. It was 7.4 million. Not bad. Miami to 11, but not bad. But I will shout out to certain things like motherfucking Gillian Robinson, KO, second
Yeah,
round.
over
Got,
Polyana.
gotta love it. Jimmy Flick got the sub. He remember
Not
he's
Canadian.
yeah, he's a friend of the Bourbon and Bud podcast. Gotta love him. Jasmine Judah, I don't know how to say her last name. Sub, gotta love it. But after that, bro, the fucking Canadians got fucking. They just can't have something for your day asses because Brad Katana lost.
Out
I
of the
was shocked
eight,
on that.
out of the 8 Canadian fighters, only 2 got to win, and both of them got to win because they finished the fight themselves. Like if that fight was going to the judges, bro, 2 split decision losses for the Canadians. Like they did not get no Canadian love, and I said it every time. Like they will not pick the Canadian, and I thought about it, I had time to let the gears turn and think on it. I honestly think it's because when GSP came back to beat Mike Bisping and then retired again and kind of just like fuck Dana White over completely. Like he's like, oh, this is your best champion. I just beat him off of a fucking off of retirement, and I'm gonna retire again to leave you with no champion to basically stir the shit all over again to prove that you have the best fighter in that weight class. And so like at that point, I feel like Dana White was like, no more Canadians. Like this was it. Like this, the Canadians are dead to me.
It's a setup, man. They did them dirty, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm shocked about the Brad Katana loss, but more than anything, on a non-Canadian fight, Evilov beat Arnold Allen.
Who?
Evilov?
Oh, yeah, Evilov. I thought that's what you said. I didn't hear you correctly. Yeah, Mazar. He's
Yeah, he beat Arnold Allen. I was like, whoa.
he was a pretty one of the bigger favorites on the card. I picked him to win. I thought he was gonna win. I did think Arnold Allen is still a good fighter, but it was just like Arnold Allen, like Avilov is gonna shoot a lot of takedowns, and he will eventually maul you and get you to the ground and like just kind of be on top of you, hitting you with ground and pound and winning the round.
I was
Arnold
like,
Allen's game is
5 for 7 takedowns.
Yeah, I was like, Arnold Allen's game is not like stopping takedowns, and it's not submitting people off his back and stuff like that. Where like Diego Lopez is stylistically a tougher matchup for Evolov because like Evolov could get submitted if he's too aggressive on top position. Arnold Allen doesn't have that submission game, so like I thought he was going to win, but a lot of people are saying he took some knees that were illegal. But like if you're really watching it, like he's literally like it's like perfect timing. It's like the knees getting thrown the same time he's putting his hand on the mat. So it's like a split second where like if you took the picture and freeze frame it, it's like yeah, his hands on the mat, he's kneeing him in the head. He should be disqualified. But it's like you watch it in live timing, it's like knees getting thrown, hands touching the mat, same exact time. It did happen 3 or 4 times. But that just shows you Evolov's a G. Like he took those 3 or 4 knees to the fucking dome and just kept it pushing.
Fucking problem. I will give him that, man. So shout out that boy. But my man's Chris Curtis got a job. It's like, oh, you gotta love Chris.
Yeah, over a Canadian. This was one of the split decisions that was super close.
So like, gotta love Chris. And then you see me with my Haitian hat on. You feel me? Repping for my dog, my big homie, brother
This
from
one
another
was crazy.
mother. Neil Magny knocked out Mike Malott. And you know how high up on Mike Malott.
You definitely ain't picked the guy, but
yeah, I'm about to say, you know how high I was on Mike Malott.
And Neil Magny did the best he could throughout this fight. Like every time like Mike Malott would clinch up, get him to the mat, Neil Magny would find a way to kind of reverse it, find a way for him to get on top, for him to get out of that scenario, like, and then get back to the feet. And honestly, he was having, I think, better on the feet than Malott was, and which ended up leading into the fucking 3rd round KO. But like, I kind of thought it may happen, but I think like once I see the odds, like if you tell me 2 fighters, I'm like, oh, I think this is what happened, but like this could happen for the other dude. But then I see the odds pop up on the screen, and it's like Malott -500, Neil Magny +300 and something. I'll be like, oh yeah, he's probably about to get murdered. Like based off of the odds I'm looking at right now, it's like once I see the odds, I feel like it fucks me up on like my initial gut feeling because I'm just like, I should have known Neil Magny. He only loses to hitters, so like it kind of like Mike Mallott's a good fighter, but at the end of the day, he's Canadian, so take it for what it's worth.
Hey man, shout out Mike Malott, man. I seen the funniest meme, but they gave him the South Park face. I was like, oh my god.
Oh my god, the Canadian face when it's just like the line. That's so funny. That's one of the funniest like jokes that South Park's like going forever. It's like every other country, north the Canadians is fucking. Hey, buddy.
But nah, this is when I got to Dave and Buster's, and David, shout out Dave and Buster's, man. We got to get a sponsorship with Dave and Buster's. I got to get some free tokens and a drink card because boy, they got them little cocktails at Dave and Buster's part, and them shits is good. I had this fucking like strawberry lemonade. So one thing about me, right? Anything strawberry lemonade, I'm taking it. Strawberry lemonade isn't even my favorite lemonade. I like straight up lemonade. But anything strawberry, I'm taking it, right? Olive Garden got good strawberry lemonade. So I'm at Dave & Buster's and I'm like, all right, let me grab a drink real quick. And main event's about to come on. I grabbed this little fruit, this shit. It's like a strawberry lemonade real quick. Got some vodka, all types of shit. And oh, okay, cool, smooth. They put the little green fucking lime sugar on that bitch. That bitch good in the motherfucker. Drinking that bitch, watching the fight. So then my best friend grabbed a drink. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta grab another one. Because this fight is bloody as hell. I low-key need to get in the vibes real quick. Because them boys, Strickland and DDP were going crazy. Man, I go get this strawberry Nirvana, like Hennessy strawberry Nirvana drink, Paul. That shit was so fire. I'm talking about go. You know I'm not no drinking ass nigga. You feel me? But we go sipping. I'm over here damn near about to go get another one. And the drink's only like $12. So you know, you look at the gratuity at the bottom, and that big like, oh, 207 is 15%. So he just give you a little $14, keep it moving. And now you drinking good. But don't be telling people I gave you the fight night hat.
And no, the fuck that sounds good. Usually they make the Hennessy, Tito's, what's the other one like Patron, like things with that have those type of drinks in them. They typically always taste good because that's like a premium drink. Like it's not like you're not getting
Yeah.
smearing off $4.50 drink that they're probably spitting in before they give it to you.
Nah, dead ass. I used to we can't go too deep into our liquor thing, but Hennessy, any Henny drinks, if you have a premium Henny drink, I'm grabbing it. Because I remember I was at this place called the Flight and Tally. If you know, you know, motherfucking, and they had these Henny lemonades. You know, you could lemonade Henny until I seen it.
Sounds good, but no, Rockwell Pennington dominated Mario Bueno
Ah.
Silva from start to
Whoa,
finish.
wait, hold on. Don't be doing my dog. She won the first round.
Okay, yeah, I'll give her the first round. She did
She
get
won the first round. I think she might have got 4-1, but she won the
yeah,
first
I
round.
would say 4-1 is 100% the right story. Like I've even seen some people there were certain I can't remember what round it was, but there was one round they gave Pennington a 10-8. And I was like, I
Yeah,
personally would do it, but like
yeah.
I can see the justifications.
You see, I don't do the number things. I don't do the 10-9s. I always just let you know who won one round. That's all I do. I
Yeah,
just
so
blah blah blah. And
but
at the
there's
end of the day, I did.
no question that she won this fight. I don't think that part is not up for debate. She almost tripled the amount of strikes landed, doubled
Yeah.
the strikes. Like I don't want to say one sided, but it was you knew who was champion when the
I
final
think
bell went off.
so. This is a tough one, right? So like I think about Bueno Silva. I think she just stylistically this wasn't the fight for her. And I don't think she had anything outside of her strategy. Because even though she got like literally tripled in punches, there weren't points in time where you felt like she was dazed or hurt or like screwed. She was just like she just didn't have the right game plan to deal with it. Shout out Pennington and her entire team. And shout out Bueno Silva for lasting all 5 rounds. But there was no point where I really felt like she was in danger. So that's why I look at this fight and I'm just like, I don't know if you're ready for Juliana Pena, but I will shout out Raquel Pennington for becoming a champion, moving like a champion. But she was talking shit to Bueno Silva, so we got beef.
Hey, it's champion now. That's one thing you can't ever take away from her. Shout out Pennington. She's now part of the short list of UFC women's champions, let alone bantamweight champions. And Amanda Nunes was there. I saw her on the mic.
265 strikes is crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a lot. But Nunes might be coming back. She kind of teased the idea of possibly coming back, but if she does, it's a little too early. I don't think Rockwell Pennington's the one to come back for. Like that's like you can kind of chill back, watch the landscape with UFC, MMA, women's goes, but Pennington, I mean, can't take away the run that she's on. I mean, Ketlin Vieira, Aspen Ladd, Macy Chasion, and now Myra Bruno Silva. Like, that's a pretty solid run of four fight winning streak. So, like, I mean, she earned her championship status. People may are still gonna tear her down because it wasn't against Pena and it wasn't against Nunes, but it's like, bro, like that's a solid win streak.
You know what? You know what I've learned over in our short time is in the MMA community.
What?
Man, fuck what you gotta say. Regardless,
True.
motherfuckers are gonna be pissed off. I'm mad about this fight we're gonna be talking next, but guess what? There's still a new South African champion. Like it don't motherfucking matter that even Dana might feel a type of way. We just be like, well, we can't change anything. Like no matter how much motherfuckers bitch. So shout out Rockwell Pennington for going out there, standing on her motherfucking shield, standing on business, and becoming the new women's bantamweight champion.
Yeah.
And the next fight to make is her versus Juliana Pena. And if she can beat
Probably.
Juliana Pena, because that's five, that then because she's on a 5-fight winning streak now, right?
Yeah, 5 fight win streak
So
now.
imagine knocking off Juliana Pena going on a 6-fight win streak after being like what, fucking 10-9 when you started your or 11-9 when you started your fucking win streak.
And that at that point is the point where I think Nunes can return. It's like, oh, like Pennington's got the hype behind her. But like I would just hate for Pennington to get this dub, and then Nunes comes back immediately, gets the fucking because as soon as Nunes comes back, she's fighting for the belt, and then
Yeah.
it goes right back into like Nunes dominating for the next 3 years. Like let some people do their thing.
Which one is this?
This is
This is not
Bantamweight.
okay. This isn't the other division. This isn't the bigger division.
No. This one's the one with like Catelyn Vieira, um, Pena, fucking
Idana and shit.
yeah, Norma Dumont.
Hey, all I gotta say is motherfuckers is lucky. Aaron Blanchfield is at what division she is, because she be in this bitch fucking motherfuckers up.
Well, shout out Pennington, crowning a new bantamweight women's champion of the UFC,
Nice.
and that segue us into the also crowning of the new middleweight champion of the UFC men's. Dricus Du Plessis split decision win over Sean Strickland. I think this was like the fifth ever or sixth ever African-born champion of the in the UFC. Even Izzy gave him a shout out because of that. Oh, fourth, yeah. I know Izzy gave him a shout out because of that on some real shit. But yeah, I mean, this is probably the controversial fight. This is the one that everyone's been talking about. Sean Strickland's little cut on his eye from the headbutt that's the one that cut him open in I think it was the third round or fourth round. And I mean, knowing everything you know now and what everyone at home knows right now, Kev, like what's your initial reaction to this fight?
I had Sean 3-2. I had Sean win the first round.
Easy,
I think the second round was close.
especially because
I'm not mad. I'm not mad if Jake is the first, give him that. I would give Sean the third round because I don't believe that takedown was he didn't hold him. He didn't do nothing with it. Sean outstruck him. It was close though. It was a close ass round. The fourth round, a close round, but I would give Dricus the fourth round. And the fifth round wasn't close at all. I'd give it to Sean. Straight up.
yeah,
Not
the
even close.
first and fifth rounds 100% easily goes to Sean. There's no question about those.
But that's just how I scored it, you feel me? Like I don't do 10, I don't you feel me? That's just how I saw it. But like as we could say, I don't know what the fuck the refs be looking at, the judges be looking at. And I'm also not mad because I understand that like criteria and all this little shit. Well, it was a close ass fight. It was a war. It was a fucking bloodbath. I don't really give much attention to the headbutt because like I don't think Sean Strickland would even, no matter who he was fighting against, he would have got it. He would have left that fight. So that's my take on it. Will I scream robbery? No, because it was a close ass fight. Do myself and Dana White believe Sean Strickland won? Yeah, I guess that's enough for it.
Yeah, I can't. I agree. We can't just throw the robbery word around this year, especially not in the first pay per view card. Like we at least let.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's just bad. You trying to put bad luck on the fucking year and shit.
Yeah, so we can't do it on the first pay per view. We gotta let it sit. We gotta watch a few fights of 2024 before we can start.
At least wait till Sean O'Malley. At least wait till Sean O'Malley or something.
But I also thought Strickland won the fight. It was a close fight. The way people are defending DDP, and like some people are like digging toes in the dirt, talking about 4-1 DDP. What the fuck were y'all watching? Like those people, like how adamant people are right now. I'm just like, damn, um, like maybe I'm missing something. Like the way, like either y'all are trolling me or like y'all, this is just legitimately how a portion of the world, MMA world, saw the fight. So I can't even like say like I don't see what they're talking about because these people will be ready to go to war. Like, nah, it was fucking 3-2 easy DDP. If anything, 4-1. I thought Strickland won. I'm upset my boy didn't win. I'm happy that my pick was right. Like I said Pennington and I said Du Plessis. Like I wish I would have parlayed just those
I
two
was gonna say that's a good parlay.
yeah, two underdogs on the main event status. DDP, we'll see. I just really want to know, like, does Strickland get the rematch? Or does Izzy? Because Izzy already got the friction there. This was the fight that was supposed to be made a while back before Strickland played Ruiner. I just really want to see what comes next for DDP.
I mean, as a chess player, I think it. I think like the right away thing to do, like instant gratification thing to do, would give the Sean Strickland rematch. I've never been a fan of instant rematches in UFC because, especially if like you get into a Max Holloway situation where we feel like the wrong decision happened twice, like it'd be tough to get to that third one. You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, so I'm not a fan of instant rematches, especially or you get into an Izzy situation or a Brandon Moreno situation where you get the belt off an instant rematch and then just lose it. So it's just like, what do we do now? So like, instant rematch sounds cool because of the friction, because of what's going on, and it'll sell. But I doubt that Dricus would fight as would go out there and fight on his shield like he did. Like I doubt that he going in this bitch and making a bloodbath no more. I don't think people like to do shit like that back to back. I think he will fight a lot
It's years
smarter.
off your life.
Yeah, I feel like he will fight a lot smarter and a lot more thing. And then he wouldn't give a fuck if people were mad that it was a boring fight type shit. So I think the best thing to do is get the issue go Dricky. Yeah, let's call him Dricky. Dricky versus Izzy. UFC 300. If 300 is too early, then 301, 302, 303. Whatever you got to do. I need Dricky versus Izzy, but not before UFC 300. And then Sean get the winner of that fight.
I can
But
live.
then after that, y'all got to deal with Hamza.
Yeah, Hamza can't wait no more after that. Yeah, we got.
It's Hamza must be like a bad person for because like shit be happening. Like you seen how like swollen his face was when Jay got sick and shit. Like
Oh
he
yeah,
just be going through stuff.
fuck.
You must have like not a bad person. Let me not say that. Let me just Hamza just has some interesting luck because it's like wow, like there's something he just must be doing in life that's just different. Because like when he gets hurt, like he goes through some shit. So like that's the only reason why
The pictures of
when I
him with
talk,
the swollen face and discolored like body and everything, I was like, yo, like that don't look good.
and
That looks
remember
like
when he caught
that.
COVID. Remember when he caught COVID, almost died. Like
Yeah,
Hamza is like
he didn't get just a little COVID. He got the COVID.
yeah, like Hamza be having like real like life issues. That's the only reason why I feel like he's not on some crazy hack train.
And then by then, Bo Nick was up there in the forefront.
He gonna get exposed eventually, but not by nothing
Bo
less.
Nick was he's making America great again.
I will see Shonda just as about, but card was decent. I mean, the card was a lot better to talk about than to watch, but it was a pretty straight card.
Yeah. Well, shit. I mean, 287. It was a good one. Main event was a fucking war. Co-main event. I mean, we saw Pennington deserve the new championship status. So shout out to the two new champions leaving 287. We'll catch y'all boys on the. I mean, we got a week off for UFC. We actually don't have another fight night for another week. But we'll catch y'all boys in the NFL. The playoffs is heating up. A couple more weeks till the Super Bowl. Go down, like, and subscribe. Comment what y'all thought on 297, and we'll catch you on the next one. Yo, B.
Uh